Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay. Day 6 of my Sean Baker MD challenge, 100 push ups. So, yesterday I did 100 countertop ones, and today I did the ones on my knees. I'm working up to the full ones because of my broken arm and my broken shoulder. Push ups were never really my strongest suit, but I can do them. And I could do it right now. I just don't want to put my entire weight on my arm. So, yeah, I got my cat trying to bug me. Go away now. I told you I was busy. Get, psst, go. I'll talk to you later. Or not at all. You decide. She goes, oh, yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, she's been following me around trying to get some attention, and when you're busy. So, anyway, she's good. She listens really good. So, yeah, I'm lucky. Like some of you know, I didn't go looking for a cat. She was out in the yard, and then something got her and chewed her up and busted her up really bad. Her leg and shoulder and under her throat, and whatever. Something got her bad. So, yeah, I taped her up, and she was literally broken in half in a couple different spots, and then her shoulder bone was sticking out of her fur, and she had a bite mark there and one under her throat, a puncture. So if I hadn't have put medicine, and she was wild, so even getting close to her was it took some doing to even talk to her to take care of her. So, yeah, she was a challenge. So, I like challenges. Hey, Bruce sees all. If you're watching this, um, I make sure I run at least a few times a year. I'll sprint, and I try to keep kind of aerobically, like a dance and whatever. But cuz if you still can just run like to your mailbox, or I don't run all the way to my mailbox, I run home. So when I get home I can sit down and say, "Dang, I can still run if I have to from a bear." Maybe. Hey, if not, you know. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. Um Today was a little hard to do them. Yesterday was absolutely horrible. It was sort of, it had like a little bit of dusting of snow the night before, and that really hurt my bones. So my bones were hurting, and my muscles and tendons and ligaments all the way around, each one of them was like hurting, because I didn't just work out like that. I did like leg lifts and different things, go and stretches, deep squats and stuff to go along with all of it. So, yeah, it's mama's getting in shape. No, the way I look at it, I got a lot of people that are they don't wish me well. And if they could do something to me legally, they would. So, to do something illegal and make it look like it's legal is the way they operate with me. So I have to stay strong, or really they would kill me. It's like if I need to rest and somebody won't let me digest my food. That's what I went through the night before last. That really is a hard one. I almost fasted last night. um, I was thinking about having a large glass of milk and maybe doing a video, but by the time it got to be about midnight, I was really hungry and needed that energy because I'm trying to build muscle. So I mean, I have muscle, but I'm just trying to tone what was broken, I guess, is more like it. Because like this was the one that I broke. So like this one it sort of suffered because of my other one, because to do something in a balanced exercise is hard to do without your limbs. So anyway, yeah, so I ended up having just two plain hamburgers and a salad next to it, just lettuce with ranch on it and some crackers crunched in there. And then I messed it up with, but you can have if you watch really. I'm sure Dr. Baker wouldn't agree, but I had a Three Musketeer bar. So I almost ate some ice cream too, and it's like, control yourself. So yeah, that's hard, especially if I think some people do eat for like maybe out of boredom or um just the pure gluttony that's in us, that kind of, there's times I get in that type of mood and then the shame comes on me. It's like, oh, you're gonna get so fat if you keep this up. And when you're injured, you can't help but become somebody that you don't want to be just by trying to nurse the area that's injured. That's so difficult for me. I've been through that. That's why I'm really particular who I even talk to in my life or let around my life or um, even type back to or what I will say or when I'll say it because my energy and psyche is so important to me right now. It's like I used to kind of let people trample and tread on it and play with it. And it's like, yeah, I'll catch you back later. You know, go ahead, do what you got to do, get you back later. you know, so, and it's not holding a grudge. It's just knowing that if the karma train arrives and I'm driving that thing, like if I have an opportunity to do something like in a funny way, that's how I love to do it. God willing, to do something to somebody that's going to stunt their growth of their dark force nature. If I can stunt that and be funny about it, that's hilarious shit to me. That's like the most fun I ever have on this planet. Literally better than sex. If I can burn somebody that tried to kill me and make them laugh at the same time, hey, I just won. you know? So that's the way I feel about it. So, yeah. Anyway, a lot of people playing a lot of games out there, and I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, okay, whatever. We know what's coming next. So, where's that great big EMP we're all waiting for? Yeah. So, I don't know. You know, it's like I told Doug too many times. Whenever, even like, there won't even be a storm around, and our electric company will shut the power down for like an hour. And if you have like a million customers and so many, you charge so much a kilowatt for that energy. And if it's never ending, electric is never ending. It can't be. It can be. It recycles itself. You know, just like with the earth, the electric comes into the earth and then plants grow out of it. Or literally electric. It's very rare to have lightning, but it does happen with the friction on the planet. But it is a never ending supply of energy. So what and most some I would say most of the people that listen to me, that's true. And even with Tesla energy and the human body being similar to the coils that he made. And there's Stanley Meyer, Meyer, that made a water powered car back in like 76. Him and his brother thinks that Stanley was murdered because of it. there's several different people trying to get patents on. Here's one guy got thrown in prison for 20 years for defying his country. I think he was in Romania at the time, but ended up moving to Canada. His name is Gerald with a G Morand. He or more no, it's Morand. He has built something. It's not a coil and it's not a motor, but it's like a starter onto itself, and it gathers the energy in these cells that go along with it. It's like a three-part thing, and it's a never-ending supply, like a generator, but not a generator. It literally um, produces, once you get it going, it produces its own energy, and it's a never-ending supply. And he got it, and he proved to the people in the world that's what the energy companies do to us. So like I was telling Doug, and I told him this often, back to my point, is you take it down on 1 million people, and it's usually about at least like 3-4 million probably around where we live. In, like, if they shut down part of Minnesota with their electric, and part of Wisconsin, part of, because we're cooperative in our area, not cooperating, but co-op in our electric company. We own part of it, so to speak. Well, um, if they shut that down for like even 1 million people for an hour, they just saved themselves over $250,000, and they charge the public. They don't take that off our bills. So if you're down for like a half a day, or and your neighbors are, and that type of thing, that stuff adds up, and they charge the public for it. That is theft and usury. But how do we prove these types of things were intentional? You know, if there's a EMP that strikes, are they still going to charge us for electric when the whole power grid goes down? Makes me wonder. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I just had a lot on my mind. These men that really do not like women at all. They came out of a woman's body. I saw a post, a meme that said, and then they marry women, and still don't respect women. It's like, well, some of the women that they came out of may not have been so feminine, and that would be kind of a strike against the child right from the beginning. Or maybe their father is like really feminine and they should have married the man, another man, the same sex, you know, because there are men that don't respect women like that. And, if it suits them, if I've seen the ones that I know personally that are like psychopaths, narcissists, and sociopaths, those type of people, or all of the above, with like not only like split personality and manic depressive and misogynistic, and let me add something else to that list, would be it's where you have manic depressive, but there was something else on that list that um if I think of it, I'll let you know. But anyway, yeah, and these people really do have mental health issues. Their traits, there's a acronym for it called OCEAN, like op- openness, and let's see, conscientiousness. E is for empathy, and A is for adaptability, I think. And I guess I don't remember the whole thing. I've put it on here before, but you could just look up acronym for OCEAN, and personality traits, and it'll pull up. I've got a video where I've explained that to people. There is literally certain traits and a scale that psychologists and psychiatrists and counselors will use to help identify um, what's going on inside a person's head, if anything. You know, excuse me, but yeah. So this is what's going on today for me. Um, I feel like I'm always in recovery. I don't feel like I'm a victim, although I am a target, you know? So that's kind of hard to explain to people. It's like, hey, I'm not whining about myself. I do have good days, and every day is in that respect. Even if I'm being attacked, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I told Doug, you can only do it for so much longer, and then I'm gonna die, and my spirit will go on, and this shit will be over. So have at it. Do what you will. Same with my kids. You want whatever. You don't be shy about who you are. If you're a woman hating son of a bitch, be who all you can be. You know, join the army or not. I guess actually you have to be really physically and mentally fit, so they say. And that goes, you know what? Really, all our politicians should be analyzed before they're even elected at all for drugs and alcohol, and not just their history that's always dug up or usually during the campaigns and all that, but literally psychologically analyzed. Any judge, any lawyer, any doctor, any person in a position, in nurses, yes, all of them, every teachers, everybody should be psychologically analyzed. Preachers, before they say they can get out there and teach another human being about what to do with their body and their soul. That's my opinion. Of course, with the preacher thing, that'd be a little hard to prove, but we only have to go on our instincts for that type of thing. Like if you go into a church and they got an upside down cross, and um that might be your first indication you're in the wrong church, something like that. So, I heard they and then there's things like the lion from the tribe of Judah versus the lost tribes of Israel, like the tribe of Dan, for instance, or what is called Israel itself. The people of God actually is not a state, it's the people. It's the wording in the scriptures that are important, and the words and where the words come from and how they're used, and it's like, for instance, a master mason is going to know language way better than just about anybody. Or a Jesuit, a Jesuit's gonna know language better than any sitting pope or any president or even a lot of businessmen, maybe even literary majors. Literally. I know somebody that doesn't like that, but if I'm saying literal, I mean actually literally, and that's what I'm talking about. It's not like somebody says, you know, well, I literally had a cup of coffee this morning. Oh, no kidding. No, I'm talking literally. These people know languages, many languages, better than the average person. Therefore, they have a lot they can talk about and a lot of ways to trick other people with that language. It's like I heard somebody mixing up the male and female species with the word Frau. Well, my German friend is probably cracking up about now because we know what Fraulein is, Miss or governess, you know, female. There's no mixture there. But to use that word in reference, and I can show you in Hebrew where it's used too, in place of the son or the duality of, but it's not talking Trinity. So there you have to say, was that part of the scripture taken out of some Talmud or some canonized thing that was put into the scriptures that actually isn't a part of it? Yeah. So, because we know within inside ourselves who we are as people, you know, they say that all sperm are female until they get into the mother's uterus and combine with that egg. Is that right? Prove it to me, you know? Now, as a mother, my boys are boys that were sent on a mission exactly to be very masculine and to be attacked so they wouldn't really even realize what their true mission was. These are the times we're living in, you know. And I literally watched my children being destroyed before my eyes. And the people that did that to them for their own gains, I'm still not done with y'all, just so you know. When an adult, I don't care how much older or younger a person is, if you consider yourself an adult and you're speaking to another human being who is a child of God, and you know something that you're speaking or saying may alter that other person, if I could stomp on your neck, I would. Just just telling you how I feel. Because when you hurt people, what do you deserve? That's what I'm asking people lately. Like, do you really deserve to breathe? I don't know you personally. I'm just asking. I'm assuming if you're here listening to me, that you probably not only deserve to breathe, but maybe smoke a cigarette and detox and take care of yourself. And you're going to be healthier than the next person, even if they try to beat you down to a fucking pulp like they've been doing to me lately, all my life. Oh, bastards. I'm serious. And I'm not quiet around these people. I tell them how I feel right to their face, you know. Oh, there's another thing I was going to talk about. Do you ever, like, get these people? Their heads are down as you walk by, you know. But, like, if they're going to say something snotty or be snarky or mean or something, they're like all up in your face. And then when you turn around, you're about ready to devour them whole. They're like, until they have something smart assy to say next at you, you know? I get that all the time. And I'm willing them, like, just look in my eyes. Look at me, you shitbag. You know? Just did something really cruddy and you're gonna face it. You know? So, yeah, I used to just walk away and kind of give them their dignity and ask God to go into their hearts and let them know, you know, and to use their conscience. But I found out they have no conscience. So, that does make me a little more aggressive than I normally would be. So, yeah, it does. It's energy robbing vampire thieves, you know. So, and even after when I end this in my life, because I'm really getting pretty fed up, and I don't have much longer where I won't be able to. Um, I'll have to make a move to save my own self, you know, because I can't go into my very old age um, taking care of inconsiderate people, or people that are only considerate up to a point if it suits them. I don't roll like that. I can't, you know. So yeah, like I say, a few years ago I was thinking it'd be a couple years and I could like maybe get out of here and stuff. But now, not having a cell phone has been one problem as far as getting my social security. But I don't know how I'm going to do this or what I'm going to do. Not sure right now. I've been asking God to guide me, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. So, all I do know is I do spend an immense amount of time by myself, and I'm constantly asking Doug to even just not talk because I just can't stand hearing it, you know. Even, it's like even when you're a teenager, it's like even the sound of your parent chewing or something could just drive you mad, you know. But it isn't even quite like that. I can tolerate a lot of stuff from people that they do, like quirky things or that type of thing. I'm really a patient woman. But when it goes overboard, and you can't prove it, that's infuriating. And especially if it is very interrupting on your life, on your personal emotional health, that does affect your physical. So, and I can just see the look, I tell Doug, day 6 of my 100 push-ups, and he's like, bet I was sore. And I said, well, yeah, the third day was the worst. Fourth day was pretty bad. Yesterday was really hard. It pretty dang hard. Day 3 was extremely excruciating. Um, Now on day 6, I'm like, I can feel it, you know. So, yeah, but I'm still doing them. So I'm stubborn like that. If I put my mind to something, I told Doug, if anybody gets in my way, there will be hell to pay. If you try and do anything to make me stop keeping physically fit so I can continue my life into my older age as a strong woman, I'm going to try and fuck you up. That's just the way I feel about it. I don't mean physically, but I will do things to make his life harder if he tries to stop me from being the strong woman that I am. Because I can't prove it, but he subliminally had my horse fall on me. Can't prove it, but I can prove that he revved up the motor of his truck around my horse, and she kicked his truck and hurt her hoof, and it made her lame for life. That I can prove. Well, the hoof print is still in the metal, and it's antique metal from a 1937 little truck, and it's very thick metal, and there's a dent in it. But I guess that with this right now, he didn't want me to be able to ride out of here on my horse. Is what the thing was. So, because I had an old cat, and I told him me and my dog can just get on my horse, and that's what I was thinking of when I got her too. So, yeah. Anyway, sure been a long, long, and winding road. Oh, here's something now. I don't know if Robin's Hood is going to watch me, but he was pointing out another channel of SJD or Stephen James Deshawn talking about a spiral on a map where he lives now. There's two symbols, two symbolizations with this spiral. Some of us realize is it's a sign for life on the planet, or it's the sign they use for pedophilia. So probably if we were going to go with life, we might be better off going with the geometric, like the Geometry. Oh boy. Yeah. I think yeah, oh boy, like I'm forgetting a math term today. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I don't know how this person that was pointing out some landscaping around whoever or whatever with that spiral what he was trying to indicate, but just the long and winding road. When I said that, that's a Beatles song too. Anyway, it reminded me of the pedophilia sign. So if you see that, um, especially with celebrities or bands or that type of thing, I would be really leery of who they are. In fact, I used to promote Coldplay a lot. I'm not so sure no more. I'm really not. I have a hard time. The second to the last album a couple years ago, they had a couple good songs, and one was called Daddy. But this last album, I'm having a really hard time even making myself listen to it. I'll get like snippets of it here and there, and it's like just something's off with the music itself. It just doesn't it doesn't sound good anymore, you know. And I used to love, like, I thought they could never make a bad song, you know. I was wrong. They lost it. Well, I think what did it for me too was Chris Martin and his skinny jeans. I mean, he's like, what, 50 years old now? It's like, dude, take off the baby clothes. You know, maybe start wearing something that a man might wear. You know, that's just kind of the way that is. So, little tiny girly t shirts and little tiny girly jeans, you know. It's like, no, I really